It's the Kinking Out Loud Media Network. International correspondent Heywood Yahitme. National reporter Max Okism. And our new media correspondent with his eye on the screaming hellscape of the internet, Connor Time. Will Brouzyou co-host with 8-time Outchizer Award-winning author Jillian Keenan. It's the Brand Spanking News.
Hello and welcome once again to the Brand Spanking News, your only global news source for all spanking all the time. I'm your host, Jillian Keenan, and with me again, as always, is my co-host in the studio, Will Brouzyou.
Wow, these last few weeks have been a busy time for us here at the Brand Spanking News, haven't they, Jillian?
They sure have, Will. Let's kick off today's broadcast with our international correspondent, Heywood Yahitme, with a breaking news report from South Korea. Over to you, Heywood.
Thanks, Jillian. I'm here in Seoul, where I'm excited to report that the Republic of Korea has become the 62nd country in the world to fully outlaw corporal punishment of children. This prohibition came into effect with the repeal of Article 915 of the Civil Act, which previously stated the person of parental authority may, in order to protect or educate his or her child, take necessary disciplinary action against the child. With a child population of 9 million, that means a total of 300 million children worldwide are now protected from being legally beaten by their parents or guardians. Congratulations, Republic of Korea. Back to you, Jillian.
Thanks, Heywood. I am so glad to hear that. In local news, a shocking new study from the University of Michigan has confirmed that child abuse is child abuse, no matter how you spell it. For more on that story, here's our national reporter, Max Okism. Tell us the story, Max.
Thanks, Jillian. The finest analytical minds of our generation were blown away recently by a new study from the University of Michigan, which found that physical abuse has a measurable and predictable effect on children, even if parents spell it S-P-A-N-K-I-N-G. It turns out that hitting another human is bad, even if they're smaller than you. Wow, Jillian!
Wow, Max! What a shocking, mind-blowing discovery. Hopefully now that yet another study has confirmed, once again, that spanking has a detrimental effect on children's behavior, aggression, and self-esteem, parents will continue to do whatever the they want while insisting that's just your opinion and show me the studies. What do you think, Will? Shall we check in with our new media correspondent, Connor Time?
Absolutely, Jillian. I hear Connor has a real lightning rod of a story this week, straight from the wilds of Instagram.com.
It could always be worse, Will. At least he's not reporting from Twitter.
We'd sure owe him hazard pay for that.
I'm looking forward to this one. Over to you, Connor.
Thanks, Jillian. I'm here at Instagram, where acclaimed American actress Eva Mendes has sparked controversy by posting a quote from the Australian mum and children's rights activist known as Rachel. The quote reads, "Spanking does for a child's development what hitting a spouse does for a marriage."
What a delight to discover that Ms. Mendes, on top of being a talented actress, is also a wise and peaceful parent. How do you think the Instarati responded to that, Will?
Jillian, I'm predicting stormy skies with just a sprinkle of, but I turned out fine. What do you say, Connor? How did the World Wide Web react? You're not far off, Will. There was indeed plenty of, I turned out fine. And of course, a cold front of, spanking isn't the same as hitting. One commenter wrote, "Completely disagree. The goal in raising kids is not to have to spank, but it's correcting before they can reason behavior out with you. Completely different than hitting someone."
Intriguing theory, Connor. Did the internet commenter explain precisely how it would be possible to spank kids without hitting them?
She did not, Jillian. They never do.
Oh, of course not. We have got more breaking news coming up right after this word from our sponsor, Uber Beats.
Oh no! We just broke our last wooden spoon, and all the kitchen supply stores are closed. What are we going to do now?
Don't worry, I just downloaded a great new app, Uber Beats.
Uber Beats? What's that?
It's so convenient. With just a few quick clicks of a button, we can order spoons, paddles, belts, canes, any implement you can dream of. And with Uber Beats' convenient delivery service, we don't even have to leave the comfort of our own home.
Wow!
Wow!
Uber Beats. Tonight we'll be beating.
Welcome back to the Brand Spanking News, the world's most trusted news source for... Our regular viewers will know what that sound means. That means it's time for Head Spotlight, where our team here at Kinking Out Loud Media International makes sure some of the worst and grossest stories in the world don't get ignored just because the lamestream media doesn't care about children's rights. Take it away, Will.
In today's top story, a Florida police department is investigating Principal Melissa Carter for beating a 6-year-old girl with a paddle. The incident, which took place at Central Elementary School in Clewiston, Florida, was caught on tape by the child's mother, who, reports say, does not speak English as a first language and was overwhelmed and intimidated by the disturbing situation. A Fox News affiliate in Southwest Florida reported, quote,
"It's complicated enough for parents, but try being a teacher on top of that."
Well, that really says it all, doesn't it, Will? The question of whether or not to assault little kids with large pieces of wood certainly is complicated. Florida is one of the 19 states in the US that still permits corporal punishment in public schools, although the specific school in question was not supposed to be administering it. Several news outlets have reached out to Hendry County School District to ask whether Principal Melissa Carter still has her job, but the district has refused to answer the question. That's courage in action, Will.
Truly inspiring, Jillian. That's how you know people are doing the right thing. When they only do it behind closed doors to people who can't fight back and then refuse to talk about it when it turns out the whole thing was caught on camera.
Ain't that the truth, Will? Ain't that the truth? Well, folks, that's all we have for today. Until next time, remember, hitting little kids is creepy and abusive, but hitting consenting adults is freaking awesome.